I feel pretty confident saying this, being that I used to be one of these people. But if you're the kind of person that, for whatever reason, people pleasing, discomfort, just you don't feel like it. But if you're the kind of person that ever does or has held in their poop, you have some serious control issues. Okay. And it's time for you to let some go. Literally. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, first of all, welcome. My name is Victoria. I make content centered around helping women become beautiful, better versions of themselves. So if that is something that you are interested in, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the Soulful Shenanigans channel. We would love to have you. Today I want to talk with you about this idea that we have to control everything that happens in our life. And this topic is so near and dear to me because I am such a controlling person. Okay, and I can say that I am because I know that it's still something that I need to work on. I have made improvements, okay? I have made improvements, but it's definitely still something I need to work on. It's not something that you can easily get rid of or just easily erase from your personality overnight. It's definitely something that requires a lot of hard work. And I'm going to share with you some tips on how you can let go of those control issues and allow more fluidity and openness into your life. Okay, but first, let's talk about what control is and where it comes from, because we aren't born necessarily wanting to control every aspect of our lives. Most of the time, that's a personality trait that we sort of develop as a way to survive the things that we did not have control over. So we're going to talk a little bit about trauma. We're going to talk a little bit about healing, and that is a huge component in letting go of control. In order to let go of your need to control everything in your life, you have to first take a step back and look at why you feel the need to control things in the first place. I know for me, since I was little, like, I have always felt like my life was controlled by the people around me. I always felt like I had very little to no control over my life. I had no control over what I wanted to wear, what I wanted to eat. I had no control over where I wanted to go, how I wanted to spend my days. I'm talking about just like as a kid. 3-4-year-old little Vic just felt like her world was controlled by her parents and everyone else around her. And so that pretty much carried into my adulthood, me always feeling like I never had control over anything going on in my life. And when you feel like you have no control, it's sort of a natural instinct to try to control as many things as you can, so you can feel like you have some control over at least something. To me, that played out in so many different ways. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I used to be a poop holder. Thank God I am not anymore. I know, a little TMI. But that is one of the things that can happen. It can really mess with your digestive system, having those control issues. And for me, it was all about being able to do it on my time, in my place, when I wanted to. Because for me, using the bathroom sort of felt like something I didn't have control over. I know it sounds silly and it may not make sense, but going back to what I said, when you feel like you have no control over how your life is going or anything in your life, you try to take control of as many things as possible. And that was just one of the ways that it played out for me. But for you, it may look like trying to control people in your relationships, trying to control how people respond to you. It may look like if you're a mom, trying to control how your children react. You may want to control how they respond to certain situations. You may want to control how they behave in school, how they behave in public. And there are so many different ways that this can play out. when you are looking to grasp some type of control in your life. When you have no self-control, you will try to control everything else in your life. That is really the core issue of where the need to control things really comes from. It first comes from childhood trauma. It doesn't have to be serious trauma. It can just be my parents wouldn't let me have pancakes when I was little, so now I always have to have breakfast my way. It really be something so simple. So it really comes from childhood trauma, not feeling like you have any control as a child, and moving into your adulthood. If you do not heal and grow from that, you still will feel as if you do not have any control over yourself. And so you not having any control over yourself, or simply believing that, will cause you to try to take control of everything else in your life. People, situations, etc., etc. One of the things that has really helped me with my control issues is realizing that nothing in this life belongs to us. Not a single person belongs to us. None of the things that we buy belong to us. None of the situations, the businesses we create, the ideas that we have, none of them actually belong to us. There is not a single thing on this earth that we can permanently take with us, aside from ourselves. Isn't that beautiful? When we all eventually leave this earth, there is nothing that we can take with us. You can't take your husband. You can't take your kids. There is nothing that you can take with you. You might be one of those people that think you can bury all your belongings with you in the grave. But when you go, it's not going with you. It's going to stay here on this earth. So there is nothing that you can really control, because nothing belongs to you. And so when I think about the fact that nothing or no one really belongs to us, it makes me really appreciate all of the things that I do have, all of the people that have chosen to be in my life. Technically, when you think about it, these things chose me. If I think about it, if you really think about it, right? Because they don't belong to me. Yes, I may have traded something for them, but technically they chose me. The people in my life, they chose me. My fiance, he chose me. My parents, they chose me. My kids, they chose me, and they continue to choose to stay and be in my life. So I am grateful, and I appreciate all of the things and the people and the experiences that I have. And having that sense of gratitude has led me to being more open to the possibility of other things and people choosing me. And when I think about the possibilities, all of the possibilities of all of the relationships I could have, all of the things that I could have, that openness and that gratitude, it sort of forces me almost to lose control, because I don't have to sit around and overthink and force things into place, because things are literally choosing me, and things always work out in my favor. I don't know if this is making sense to you, but baby, it's making sense to me. The really young, really scared and vulnerable version of me, that little girl who grew up thinking and feeling like everything in my life was just there just because I had absolutely no control over anything. First of all, I had to realize that I even had those feelings and where those feelings came from. And once I realized where those feelings came from, I was able to acknowledge them. And acknowledgement is really the first step. I really encourage everyone. I know it can be a little deep and sometimes scary to really take a deep dive into your childhood trauma, but I really encourage everyone to do some inner child healing, some inner child work, do something, okay? Because the little you is still there. You're just a bigger version of the little you. And oftentimes we as adults are just acting out because our younger selves didn't get to fully enjoy their lives. And I believe that once you stop acting out, you can really start living. Okay, quote me on that, because that was cute. So realize that you really don't have control over anything, because one, nothing on this earth, nothing or no one belongs to you. The only thing that you have control over is you. So learn to control yourself. Learn to love yourself. Learn to appreciate you. And once you're able to do that, you'll be able to love and appreciate all of the good things that come to you, because really everything around you, everything that decides to be in your life chooses you. And I love thinking about that, because when I think about the fact that everything that I have has chosen me, it just really makes me feel so grateful. Once I realized that like my partner chose me, and every day my partner continues to choose to be with me, it is really an eye-opening thing, because it allows you to just be so grateful, because there are so many things in our life that are there that don't have to be. People can wake up and change their mind every day. I change my wig almost every day. But yeah, things change all the time. You could wake up tomorrow and the lights don't want to work, right? They just decide they don't want to work today. And you have no control over that. The lights just didn't want to work today. You could wake up tomorrow and your legs just stop working. You have no control over that. Your legs just decided to stop working. It really be the little things that you just have to appreciate. Wake up and smell the roses, okay? I feel like this video is getting super long. I have a tendency to ramble when I get excited about a topic. So I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to try and put out some more content for you guys, because I really want to move my channel in a direction to where it is helping more women grow in their lives, because I have been through so much as a woman, and I am learning so much, and I really want everything that I have learned and experienced to be helpful in another woman's life. I want it to catapult change. I want to see women flourish. I want to see women loving themselves. I want to see women healing themselves. I want to see women growing and just becoming the absolute best versions of themselves. So I'm going to do my part in sharing all that I know about growing, glowing, healing, loving, and becoming the absolute most gorgeous, beautiful, best version of yourself. I'm going to be the living embodiment of bettering yourself. And I'm going to use everything that I learned and share it here on this channel with you. So if you're enjoying this, definitely like this video, subscribe to this channel, and join the Soulful Shenanigans family. But that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video and learn at least one little thing from it that you can apply to your life. I hope you have a marvelous, wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.